G'day folks, I'm the Bearded Burbler and welcome to the show. There is no secret worldwide where I get my hair cut. A team of skin divers, no doubt, eh? Yibbida yibbida. But seriously folks, let's have a look at today's menu on Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures. Oh, thank you, mother, for the rabbit. Oh, unbelievable, folks. Rexy boy has done it again. Tonight on Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures, we have a whiting bonanza on the Yorke Peninsula of South Australia. We also learn how to tie the all-important uni knot. Rex. Fishing. Kissing them, going them back. Rex. Fishing. Kissing them, going them back. Well folks, today we are in some pretty special country. First of all, I'm with a familiar face on Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures, our resident chef or chef.
Thank you.
Ian Pocken. We've finally got you on a trip, son.
Rex, thanks for this, but what about this water we're fishing?
Well, it's very, very deep. It's 44 or 45 metres deep. Now, in the old scale, that is a lot of feet. I tell you what, I hope you got enough line on your spool.
Well, look at the size. Look, 5-ounce sinkers and 6-foot traces. I mean, it's unbelievable what we're doing here today.
Well, I actually call it Investigator Strait, and I think we're here to investigate the possibility of some big whiting. Over there, the Yorke Peninsula of southern Australia, which is part of the South Australian Gulf system, which is the home of King George whiting. But out here, apparently, if Rexy boy wants to get a kilo whiting, this is the place.
Have you ever caught a kilo whiting?
No, but I'm just about to. And you idiot, Ian, let's fish.
Right.
Here we go. Oh, Ian.
What's happened, Rex?
Well, we're going to just see how good this little quiver tip line is. So
I tell you what, the varnish on the rod's cracking. My God, that's a whiting.
I'm here to give it a real go, this little quiver tip, folks. But I tell you what, we're going to be here for quite some time because 140-something feet has got to, well, come between me and the whiting. But look, being quite serious, a lot of people think that this is an underkill. I reckon minimum 6 kilo gear here, but still, with 3 kilo stuff, if you take your time, well, you're going to be in with a show. I tell you what, by the feel of my arm, I'm going to have to give that a bit of a rest. It's the first time I've had to change arms in years, Ian. Look at that.
Would you like a cup of tea, Rex?
No, I tell you what, I'll get one in a minute. Don't worry about that. Isn't this just fantastic? Lifting and winding.
Now, Rex, these are not normal schoolfish, are they? You can liken them to grumpy old men, don't you reckon?
Well, you can.
Look at the size of this.
Look at the size of that. Gee whiz. That is a serious King George whiting, isn't it? An absolutely serious King George whiting. But when you come to think of it,
wow,
I don't reckon he's a kilo.
No, he's what, 800 grams?
Oh, I don't know, but I tell you what, beautiful big lips. But still, we did something that they reckon we couldn't do here. They reckon the old Bearded Burbler with his Victorian sort of fishing gear couldn't do it.
There's the goods.
Fantastic, folks. Not throwing this one back folks, because this is real good eating material.
I think we'll give that one a little bit of a fry tonight.
We will fry at 0300 hours.
Fry-by points. Rex, this is another whiting, and look at this. It wants to get back to the bottom. It's got that typical burrowing that they do. And I tell you what, this little rod, it is cracking under the strain, but we've got 6-pound line, and we're still doing it again. It's going to take a while. But gee, they're a beautiful fish, Rex. We're not used to this quality fishing, are we, in Victoria? Not this size. I mean, they are just superb. Here he comes. Look at that. Well, that's a good size fish for Victoria. It's not a thumper for here, but we'd be very happy with that at home, Rex.
Now what I'm doing here now, Brendan will take a shot of that, because if you actually open up the bail and if you don't feather it or put it down under some pressure, you'll find that with a 2-hook rig that it will tangle all over the top of the main line. And that is the problem with a lot of people who cast out. Their lure or their line tangles and you're not fishing properly. So if you're going to have a go, it's worthwhile taking a few extra minutes to make sure you got the best shot possible. Also, in a little bit of an open ocean like this, folks, you're going to get a swell. No matter what the conditions, you're always going to get a swell, so it pays to sort of just go down with the boat and then come up with it, so your bait and rig is on the bottom at all stages. And then when you get a bite, you can sort of, we don't get this down with
we don't.
with the rubber twins down at Portsea, do we? I tell you what,
Mate. These are good fish, aren't they?
these are very, very good whiting. These are very, very good whiting. This could be what? You said?
Well, this could be our this could be our lucky day. We might get a fish around a kilo today.
Oh, well, who
Yeah,
cares?
who
They're
cares?
just beautiful
Exactly.
size fish, aren't they?
Oh,
And I just feel privileged to be able to...
can you believe we're pulling these out of 120 feet of water?
There's yours. I tell you what, it's a nice looking whiting, but I don't think it's too... I tell you what, Ian.
What about that?
Come and declare it, Ian. What do you think?
I think it might be a kilo. What do you reckon, boys? No,
No, we're not
sorry.
giving it a
Okay.
kilo. 850. We'll see what this is. This could be 850. Well, I hope it's 851. How'd you like a bloke with a head like that beating you, folks? I tell you what, Ian.
Tell you what.
I tell you what,
look
but they
at
are
this.
big King
They
George.
are- look at the
They
size.
are,
of
look at these.
these.
These are big King George
I
whiting.
have never seen anything like
But I
this.
tell you what, I've never seen anything like it. Now you can know how big a 2-pound whiting is, because they reckon that that's not a kilo. Well, sorry about the water on the lens there, folks, but I tell you what, another kisser, because the old Aggie pipe in there is going to cook for us tonight. I tell you what, we're going to cook up a storm.
Fabulous.
They are big fish, but you can see how people can be lured in to the false sense of security by saying you'd actually declare that 2-pound.
You would.
But we've got the Measure brothers here, and they reckon it's not. Thank you very much. We're still going to try. We're still the old King George whiting
twins.
But I tell you what, we're having a great time.
Are we what?
My lunch is starting to let me know that things are very nice. Thank you. South Australia is the home of King George whiting, and South Australia is the home of slimy mackerel. Have a look at this. I tell you what, folks, one thing I've always wondered, why do they call them slimy mackerel? Look at this, Ian.
Look at this, Rex.
And another King George whiting. Well, I tell you what, folks, have a look at that. The best eating fish in the sea, I'll give him 750 grams.
Fabulous.
The best live bait in the sea, and a lot of our people from Greece and Italy will go to the markets of Victoria to sort of size out these. So here you are, folks. Here's one you're not going to get. Thank you very much. There. It's actually ruined me and you for Portsea.
It has, completely.
Melbourne's Port Phillip Bay, where we might get one of those every 3 or 4 years, folks. I tell you what, if you love King George whiting like we do, any restaurant that you go into in Australia, they will have South Australian whiting. There is no doubt about it. I tell you what, it is a nightmare for my cameraman Brendan to be going up and down, but this is what I've got to do. I've got to go up and then down with the swell, or down with the way the fish pulls it. Now when the line is fully loaded up, we'll get a little bit of drag going, but at the moment this light line is doing okay because there's plenty of stretch in it. And that's one of the advantages, is when you get a big fish on, you've got stretchy line. When you've got that other spider wire on, well, you've got to hope that everything's sort of okay. Now, do you like that?
Oh,
They're not quite 2 pound.
no, they're not.
However, I tell you what, I'll just, excuse me for a minute, folks, because I've got to get down here and get this bloke. Because, Ian, I reckon a couple of slabs of this fish,
Do you reckon you could eat a whole fish?
mate, I could eat half a dozen of these. That's the good news. The bad news?
I've got to cook the fish.
Exactly, I'm hungry. We'll be doing that after the break.
Okay.
We'll see you soon. Come on, Ian, hurry
Okay,
up,
well, there-
will you?
Wahoo!